Welcome to Dr. Fred Markets. This is not financial advice. Most people will never understand how crypto, AI, and global finance are reshaping the world. The rules are changing, and the ones who adapt early come out ahead. You're here. You're paying attention. That already makes a difference. Let's go.
AI already won the 2026 election, and your S&P never got a vote. Verdict: U.S. stocks are now an AI casino where the house always wins, and the market is just set dressing for machine behavior. Signal 1. Look at today's tape. S&P 500 at 741, up 1.2%. Nvidia at $223, up 0.3%. That's not a broad market rally, that's the market bowing to its algorithmic landlord. Nvidia moves, indexes obey. This is the dog, everything else is the tail. Zoom out. Over half of S&P trading volume now routes through algorithms and high-frequency desks that fire orders in microseconds. You refresh your app, they rebalance the universe. You think you bought the dip. Their code just harvested your impatience for fractions of a cent, millions of times per day. Signal 2. While you're doom-scrolling politics, AI is quietly rewiring order flow. Xi and Putin meet in Beijing. Trump strolls through courtrooms and rallies. Headlines scream geopolitical risk. S&P still drifts up. Why? Because the biggest players don't trade the speech, they trade the transcript. Natural language models scrape speeches, tweets, central bank statements in real time, tag sentiment, and auto-fire baskets of trades before journalists finish their first paragraph. A Xi-Putin presser that your brain registers as scary just becomes an uptick in volatility that feeds an options market-making model. Trump's immunity headline? Not democracy versus rule of law. It's a volatility cluster that AI slices into gamma, vega, and skew, then sells back to you via your favorite low-fee ETF. Signal 3. The scoreboard already shows who's driving. You're told AI stocks are bubble risk. But look at the structure. The S&P is 500 companies in theory, but in practice, performance concentrates in a handful of AI-linked megacaps. Nvidia, the data center crew, the cloud triad. They feed on one thing: compute demand from the same algorithmic systems that trade their own shares. AI trains on market data. AI deploys models that trade. Those trades generate more data. That data feeds back into the next generation of models. Every loop reinforces the same winners: the firms selling the picks and shovels of compute, and the funds running the smartest code. Here's the cliffhanger. This feedback loop doesn't just influence prices, it's starting to define what risk-free even means in US markets. The connection: the US stock market is mutating from a human opinion machine into an AI liquidity machine. In the old world, asset prices supposedly reflected discounted cash flows plus human emotion. Today, large chunks of price action reflect how different AI models talk to each other under stress. When geopolitical drama hits,
Does what you just heard make you want to dig deeper? Good, because that curiosity is exactly what brought you here, and the second part is going to take it further. Let's go.
the first movers aren't humans in New York, they're GPUs in co-location racks. A political shock used to mean phone calls, floor traders, chaos. Now it's models detect keyword shifts, adjust factor exposures, crank risk engines, rebalance ETFs, and only then do you see a red or green candle. Here's the one thing nobody tells you. If AI models dominate flows, then the market is slowly converging on one giant consensus brain, and that brain defines normal. Volatility isn't fear anymore, it's training data. Crashes aren't end-of-the-world events, they're parameter updates. So what does this mean for you, the allegedly long-term investor, while indices melt higher and Nvidia drags the S&P by the nose? First, stop pretending you're trading against other humans. If your edge is this stock seems cheap, and your opponent is a language model plugged into every earnings call transcript in history, you're the fish. The game now is understanding where AI is strong and where it's blind. Second, understand the mechanism. AI is ruthless at short-term pattern exploitation. Order book imbalances, microstructure quirks, sentiment bursts around headlines like Trump immunity or Xi-Putin summit. But AI still struggles with regime shifts that don't exist in its training set. It dominates the noise, not the narrative. That's your opening. You don't win tick by tick. You win by stepping above the time horizon where AI farms you. Here's the action. Treat AI as market weather, not gospel. 1. Stop day trading the S&P against machines. Pick a simple, rules-based plan and execute it on a slow rhythm, weekly or monthly buys into broad US exposure. You win by being too boring for the bots to monetize. 2. If you want to lean into AI instead of getting farmed by it, track the plumbing, not the hype. Watch data center capex, GPU backlogs, cloud AI spend. Those numbers now matter more to the S&P than half the fundamental news they shove into your feed. 3. Learn one basic market structure metric: realized versus implied volatility. AI sells options when implied is rich to realized and buys when it's cheap. When that spread goes extreme, that's your signal that the AI casino is overextended, and your risk, not their model, needs adjusting. This is not financial advice, but here is the truth. US stocks are no longer a debate between bulls and bears. They're a live experiment in how far we let AI define reality before we even notice it took the wheel. Learn that, and you stop being content. You start being a participant who understands the game you're actually in. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and check the links in the first comment below.
That's a wrap for today on Dr. Fred Markets. I hope this gave you something to think about, a new angle, a clearer picture, a better question to ask. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, always. If this video added value to your day, subscribe. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it's the best way to support this work and keep it free for everyone. You'll also find every video as a full article on the blog, drfredmarkets.com, and the newsletter is in the bio. I'm Dr. Fred Markets. See you in the next one.